creamy pumpkin sauce. The interplay between the little crispy pumpkin and then that super creamy, sweet pumpkin sauce. I'm literally in love. Pumpkins are in season and it is the perfect time to make
pumpkin sauce, and we're gonna feature that with bucatini pasta. This is the perfect time of year to use these little sweet sugar pumpkins. I love the size. It makes like a perfect amount of sauce and garnish. And if you use your sharp vegetable peeler, really makes it easy to just remove the skin so we can dice our pumpkin for both the sauce and the garnish to the dish. We're gonna cut the pumpkin in half. Use a spoon, scrape the seeds out. Now at this point, I don't want to keep scraping the meat too much. We're gonna cut it in half and we're just gonna use our knife to kind of clean up pumpkin inside a little bit. Now, the part for the sauce, I'm not overly concerned about with this because we're gonna puree our sauce and it's gonna be creamy, smooth. For the portion that we're gonna make into our garnish, I definitely want that nice and clean. Remove any extra pumpkin skin. We're gonna go ahead and cut our pumpkin to small pieces. Make sure we have no seeds hanging around. We're looking for about 2 cups of the diced pumpkin. We have our diced pumpkin. We have our cleaned pumpkin for our garnish. Now we're gonna go ahead and slice our onion. Just gonna slice it into thin strips. Perfect. We have 3 garlic cloves, 2 to 3 depending upon the size. Got our pan, medium heat. We're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're gonna lightly saute our onions and garlic. I'm really looking to not have any color on the onions or the pumpkin. I wanna keep the sauce really vibrant in orange color. And if we start to caramelize everything, I feel like it could become a little muted. Of course, we need to season with a nice pinch of kosher salt. Onions are looking nice and tender. We're gonna add our diced pumpkin. Continue to saute another minute or 2. Now we're gonna start building a little bit of flavor. We have our rice wine vinegar. We're actually gonna cook that vinegar down until it's completely dry. In go our cashews, 1/4 cup. And now for the easy part, we have our 1 cup of vegetable stock, we have our 1/4 cup plant milk, we have our 1 bay leaf, we have 3 sprigs of thyme. We're gonna cook it very slowly. It won't take that long because the pumpkin is fast. So we're gonna have it on low and we're just gonna let it simmer very, very softly. With our sauce cooking nice and slow, it's time to prep our garnish. We're gonna give the pumpkin this small dice, and this small dice is gonna get all crispy and seasoned with salt, red chili flake, crispy garlic, crispy shallot, a little sage. Now we're gonna slice our shallot thinly with our mandolin. We know the rule here, don't we? Always keep track of our fingertips. We're actually gonna cook the shallots and the garlic together. So I'm gonna just slice the garlic right in with the shallot. We're all about that medium heat today. We're gonna add our olive oil and we're gonna start with cooking our pumpkin. All right, we've actually adjusted the heat to like a medium high. You can see we're getting some color happening. They're getting crispy. So we're gonna take that out of the pan. I gave the pan a little wipe. There's some pumpkin bits on there and I didn't want those to burn. We're gonna sprinkle those in the pan. First, we're gonna hit it with our salt. We're gonna spread it out into the pan. And we're gonna cook until lightly toasted. Okay, at this point, we're gonna add our sage so it could start to toast and fry. Turn the heat off, that's it right there. We could see we're getting lots of little golden brown. Chili flake is up to you. I'm gonna go medium heavy. Back with our pumpkin. And we're just gonna let these mix and come together. This is gonna go right on top of our pasta. Pumpkin sauce is looking good. Of course, we are gonna have some evaporation, which is totally normal. unless we cover it with the lid, and that's actually worse. As this liquid is evaporating, it is intensifying in flavor. We're gonna remove our bay leaf and our thyme sprig. We're gonna put this in our high-speed blender, and we are gonna puree it until it is so smooth. The sauce, nice and pureed. It's really, it's on the thick side, which is actually perfect because it gives us an opportunity to cook it with some of the pasta water and have a perfect consistency. If it was thin, we would have to reduce it, and it's easier for me to thin it with pasta water and have it coat perfectly on the bucatini. We have our garnish, we have our sauce, we have bucatini pasta. I have boiling water. We need to season it pretty generously so that our pasta is nicely seasoned. We're gonna add our bucatini. We're gonna cook till just barely al dente. The bucatini is looking really nice, and I think it's time for us to test one and see what's going on. Perfect. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put some of our creamy pumpkin sauce in a saute pan. We're gonna add just 1 teaspoon extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna take our al dente pasta. We're gonna add it to the sauce, and we're gonna cook these two together. And then of course we're gonna save a little bit of pasta water because we're gonna have to work this sauce a little bit. We're gonna actually add a little bit right now. So at this point, all we're looking to do is get a beautiful consistency on our noodles of sauce. We're gonna add another spoonful, and we wanna make sure the pasta is cooked. And this is also about personal taste. Maybe you like your sauce a little thin, maybe you really want it thick and coating the noodles. This looks amazing. I think we're there. And I think it's time that we plate this beautiful creamy pumpkin sauce with bucatini. To finish our beautiful pasta, we're just gonna add a couple pieces of chiffonade of sage.
It's seasonal, it's decadent, it's delicious, and I'm gonna take a bite right now. Whenever I get excited about a dish, I always scream, I'd pay for that. And literally after I took that bite, I was just so excited. I'm literally in love. Make it, taste it, enjoy it, and as always, I'll see you next week. Bye.